Hey T-Squad, it's Kirsty. Come on in and get comfy, because today's celeb news is overflowing. We've got a music mogul's entire empire collapsing in real time, a Hollywood legend still fighting to stay out of a jumpsuit, and a power couple so iconic they're basically running pop culture at this point. It's messy, it's dramatic, and honestly, it's exactly the kind of tea we live for. Let's get into it. Buckle up, because today's celeb news is serving pure chaos. A music mogul's empire just cracked under the weight of a shocking prison sentence. A Hollywood heavyweight is still scrambling to stay out of a jail cell. And one superstar couple is rewriting fame itself in ways no one saw coming. Grab your tea, this lineup is wild. First up, the case that has had the entire industry holding its breath. Diddy Combs, once the definition of hip-hop royalty, just faced the judgment he's been running from for years. And the fallout? It's seismic. For decades, Diddy was the blueprint. Business, music, fashion, culture, he touched everything. But the empire didn't crumble overnight. It collapsed under years of allegations, investigations, and the kind of evidence that makes even the most powerful look very, very small. Federal agents raiding all three of his properties was the moment everyone realized the game was over. Weapons, narcotics, testimony from people who once worked inside his world. The feds built a mountain of receipts, and the world watched as each one was dragged into daylight. The jury came back with a split decision, not guilty on the headline charges, but guilty on counts tied to transporting individuals for prostitution. Those convictions alone were enough to shatter everything he spent decades building. And now, with a multi-year prison sentence and a hefty fine stamped onto his record, it's official. The era of Diddy's untouchable power is done. Online, survivors and supporters turned surviving Diddy into a movement, demanding accountability at every level of entertainment. Whether you think the sentence was too light or a long time coming, one thing's clear: this case just changed the industry forever. And speaking of legal chaos, there's another A-list case heating up fast. Alec Baldwin is still fighting for his future, and the clock is ticking. The Rust tragedy shook Hollywood to its core, and the legal fallout is still spiraling. Baldwin is heading toward trial, facing an involuntary manslaughter charge, and the pressure is unreal. The armorer, Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, is already behind bars after her conviction earlier this year. That ruling sent a loud message: negligence on set is no longer something Hollywood can brush aside. Now, the spotlight is locked on Baldwin. Prosecutors say he acted recklessly with the firearm. The defense says he was an actor following instructions, using a weapon he was told was safe. It's a tug-of-war between personal responsibility and systemic failure, and everyone has an opinion. If Baldwin is convicted, it could change on-set safety standards forever. If he walks, the debate over who holds responsibility for on-set tragedies will explode all over again. Either way, this case is going to be a blueprint for future productions, and the entire industry knows it. But let's get into something a little less doom and gloom, because the next story? It's all butterflies, stadium lights, and global obsession. Taylor Swift and Travis-Kelce are still the undefeated power couple of 2025. What started as a cute rumor has turned into a global franchise. At this point, they're basically running pop culture. Engagement? Check. Dominating headlines worldwide? Double check. Breaking the economy every time they leave the house? Triple check. The Taylor effect is so real that economists have literally had to study it. What makes people love them so much is simple: they look genuinely happy. In a world full of PR couples, staged photos, and fake chemistry, these two show up for each other like it's nothing. Fans eat it up. The media lives for it. And every single move they make becomes a headline. Meanwhile, award season just kicked off with the Governor's Awards, the unofficial starting gun for Oscar madness. This year's honorary awards went to icons like Angela Bassett, Mel Brooks, and editor Carol Littleton. Michelle Satter also received the Jean Hersult Humanitarian Award for her incredible contributions to indie film. The red carpet was stacked, the energy was high, and the drama? Oh, it's coming. Awards season never disappoints. All right, T-Squad, that's today's wild ride. Diddy's sentencing is dominating conversations, Baldwin's legal battle is heating up, and the Swift-Kelce love story is basically running the cultural economy. What's your take on today's biggest headline? Drop your thoughts in the comments, we read everything. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be back tomorrow with more celeb news you won't want to miss.